Hey YouTube, coming at you with another Psychic Cup team, and this one I actually just wanted to try out two other Pokemon because I was getting kind of bored of the meta, and I wanted to see how they performed. So a Raichu and Girafarig. Um, so let's just go with a Raichu first. It has some play in this meta. I think that if you don't have a Victini, I think it's probably your next best option for just having something that you can just nuke and bail, right? A lot of people like to either lead with Victini or close with Victini because you can just V-create stuff. Same with Raichu, right? You could just kind of wild charge and bail or wild charge close. And there's nothing really that resists electric in this meta. So it's a pretty strong Pokemon to use from that perspective. There's sort of two issues here, maybe three. One, it's very, very glassy. It's on the glassier side of all these Pokemon. Um, Two, I did start seeing a lot of Cladles, and that is ground, so that resists all your moves. And then three, Volt Switch. It's so I've gone over this many times about why you're not seeing a ton of Pokemon with 4-turn fast moves and 5-turn fast moves, but it's basically because Volt Switch is just Volt Switch a 4-turn fast move is very easy just to like count, optimize your fast move timing, catch on, stuff like that, right? So it gets awkward at times to use this move. So that's a Raichu, and then I put in Girafarig because I still think like you're gonna see on the next couple best in all-star teams that I'm grinding up to like 2600 ELO already. 2600 rating. I know it's not yellow. 2600 rating is Galarian SLOWKING. I still think is the best in this, but one of the only real hard answers. Well, Malamar I think is one of the best answers for it, but right up there with it is Girafarig because you are a normal subtyping, which means you double resist, but actually single resist because of the psychic typing, right? So you end up single resisting the Hex and Shadow Ball, which means that I can only throw non-stab Surfs. So the tackle, I put Trailblaze on it as an answer to, it recommends Thunderbolt. I just think like if you're going to use something like tackle, where you're going to see, especially from a Shadow Giraffe, where you're going to see in these matchups, that's where the majority of the damage comes from, is the tackle, right? Because Psychic Fangs is everything resists it. At best, at worst, at best, it's a neutral move against like the half poisons. So it's either you like lower their defense or you raise your attack with Trailblaze, and then tackle is where you're gonna do the majority of the damage. And then Galarian Rapidash to grab shields and just Galarian Rapidash, right? So good lead here. Tap of Water. Out comes a Rapidash. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm standing here. I get to the move. They're already at their move. I'm pretty glassy. I can survive a Body Slam, but I just shield up anyways. As you can see, they get a full move there through, which I can't really do much about because if I throw a move, they're going to do the same thing. Out comes the Giraffe, and you're seeing that damage that I am putting up on this Pokemon. They just go Body Slam, but again, they're going to be able to get to 2 moves, so I'm going to have to shield here. But that's okay because I believe that if I just tackle down, maybe they don't know if they come back in with their water Pokemon, maybe they don't know I'm running Trailblaze on this, and I can just one-shot this. I think that may have happened in this battle. Yeah, Bruxis comes in. I go Trailblaze. This will probably one-shot. It will one-shot 100%. Okay, so they do shield. Get a couple counters through, tackles through, which is not bad. Come in here, Shadow Gar. I just tackle because I'm switch locked right now, so I just want to burn the clock out a little bit there. Does not take out, but now I know I could just farm down here. And now I believe I can just outpace to the Mega Horn, which will one-shot a Psychic Pokemon. So down that goes. Raichu into Malamar. Again, kind of tricky. You're just going to see its glassiness here. Sure, I resist the Psychic. So I'm like, I got to take... I don't even know if I could take one Foul Play, quite honestly. I think I could take one, but I think you're going to be in like the super deep red. I'm baiting here. I bait a lot. You don't have to bait. You can just go Wild Charge and reset on something else because if you get caught like that, you're in trouble. Now I'm down a shield. I have a bit of an energy advantage here, so I'll be able to probably grab shields back here, which is sort of the pro. Okay. I'm going to try and just go Mega Horn and get 2 shields for me. High horsepower. Does not quite KO, so I will either take this out or grab 1 shield. I saw a few of these run with high horsepower. In terms of trade-off, I think you're trading off a super effective move on just pure psychic Pokemon on Megahorn versus doing super effective with poisons, right? So Galarian Slowking that I've been running, someone threw a high horsepower at me and took me out. I was like, oh, that actually hurts quite a lot. Speedball Galarian Slowking, I'm just throwing basically a chip damage move at this point because I just need to try to either grab shields or hope they let one go, because then it's just like tackle range, right? They double shield. At this point, I'm just going to Volt Switch and then force them to throw, but they do not throw. So like Volt Switch, Thunder Punch, like starts to add up here, right? So they're going to try and hex me now as much as they could. I'm just going to come in here. As you will see with this move, it still does like 40%, 50%. Yeah, like pretty close to 50. But because the hex is just resisted, you live 2 surfs with no other hex damage and I can tackle down, right? So there you go. That is why I built a draft for this, to answer that. So in this matchup, I figured I can, like, the Volt Switches do damage, right? So I can just go straight Wild Charge, which the one time I don't go Wild Charge is probably when they're going to shield, because, yeah, they have so much energy. That's really dumb on my part. So rule of thumb, let me just stop this there, because it's kind of a dumb play to go there. Rule of thumb for it's not universal that this happens. They may let this go, but they were basically at what, 7 hexes, which means they're at least 1 Shadow Ball, maybe almost like 1 3/4 of a second surf. If I throw Wild Charge, they're gonna be taken out, and they know I have Wild Charge, and I was built up to like 4 or 5 there, so it's very, very unlikely that they are going to just go down there with that much energy. So you probably could, in that scenario, bait. Now, I'm not saying that everyone will shield in that scenario, but a lot of the times the average sort of battler will be afraid to go down with all that energy. It just seems like a lost, like, they can't get past the, what's it called? Like a sunk cost fallacy. Like, that you need to throw that energy, so they will likely shield. So I could have probably baited there, but I do get to a second one here, I believe. And again, they have so much energy that they're going to stay there. I'm just staying in here because, again, I've got such a good answer in draft that they can't go to Shadow Ball. I think we're a bit delayed there because I got 3 tackles. Looks like 2 or 3 tackles through there. But again, surfs do add up, but they try to bank that. I have an answer for this here. I mean, the thing is, it's an answer, but it's not an answer because, I mean, it's great in even scenario, even shields, but energy advantage, the 2 foul plays take you out, so you need to throw this before. I will just go for the nuke, take that out. I could shield. I may shield this, yeah, just because I'm at some energy here and I don't know what's in the back yet. So I'm going straight Megahorn here because I know the Megahorn will basically take out from this range, as opposed to Body Slam that will not. And I know that if I can... Oh, they're going to have back-to-back and take me out, aren't they? I have a move. But I think they have a move and are going to win CMP over me. Yeah. And a Body Slam is definitely going to take me out from this range. So maybe I should have gone double Body Slam. But it doesn't matter. They would have been able to take me out. But maybe I could have forced shield pressure quicker. Maybe I should have just gone double Body Slam there. I thought the Megahorn would have done a little more than that. So here we are, Victini again. The problem is they're just going to outpace here. And V-Create will 100% one-shot from this range. So I have to shield. Maybe they're going to try and catch on something. They do. It's Galarian Rapidash. I just go Thunder Punch again. I think they probably let this go again. Yeah. So let's go back-to-back here. Force a shield or take this out. Both are okay. At this point, I'm just going to stay in and force them to throw here. I think a Body Slam I can live barely. Yeah, I can barely live. I'm now just going to start tackling here. And they don't even get to move off. I'm surprised by that. So draft with a little bit of energy. And here comes a Bruxish. Maybe this is the one that doesn't know that I'm running it. And I'm just going to sweep here with Giraffe. Yeah. There we go. Attack boost at that. So these tackles are adding up. They need to throw. I now can just lower their defense. Like, this game's over. Giraffe is just sweeping this, essentially. They shield, but I can just tackle down now. So clean sweep by the Giraffe. Here we go again. Malamar, not a great lead. Foul plays. Let's see if I let this go or not. I think I let one go probably just to see. I'm like, how much does that do? And I'm like, oh yeah, like 97%. It just, Raichu is so glassy, which like, I grabbed a shield, great, and now I can align with this, also nice. Again, con, they can, 2 foul plays take me out. Victini comes in. The sort of only drawback to Giraffe is that I like it as a just wall to SLOWKING. The problem is Psychic Fangs. Obviously, everything in this league resists Psychic Fangs. Most of them. So that move is useless. If you can get this off, great. I think they have 2 moves though, so you're gonna see like if they just go back to back here, I'm gonna be taken out. Nope, out comes the SLOWKING. And this is one where if I had a little better timing would have been good, so they didn't get a full hex through. But Psychic Fangs actually will add up here, and I'm already. Am I boosted? I think I'm boosted, so I'm just gonna stay in. Surf probably won't take me out. Not quite. They get almost the full hex down. Oh, and this is just that cost me the game right here. Because I could have lived one foul play. I cannot live a foul play now from this range. So had I not taken that move there, I would have lived this and I would have fairy wind down. But unfortunately, they took me low enough to take me out there. So safe swap here. Slowbro comes in. Megahorn won't take out because it's only neutral because of the poison. So I'm just going straight body slams here. Got 1 shield. Now I'll just go Megahorn. I was about to say at this rate I'll go Megahorn because I'm only going to get 1 move off, not if they throw. So in terms of usability of this team, I actually used Giraffe. I got 2 more teams coming. I got one team that got me to like 24, 20-ish. And it has Giraffe on it as well. And maybe Rapidash. Maybe I just switched out like 1 Pokemon here. And then I got another team that has none of these Pokemon. Yeah, I got my last team, which will showcase on maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. That has none of these Pokemon on that I've just straight up domination with. And I'm at 2,600. So I went from like 2420 to 2,600 in a day and a bit, maybe even a day. So, and that's with actually trying Master League twice. And then I think that there's a lot of people not playing this week because the wait times for Psychic Cup in like the 2560, 2600 range were not bad. But I tried to do 2 games in that range in Master League, and it took forever to do. So I'm just like, okay, clearly not many people are playing Master League, which makes sense. So I think people are just going to grind through this for this week, and then next week open Great League, and this will just go like unused essentially. So I'm CMPing on this one because I know I have Hundo IV. I'm probably going to win most CMPs here. Take switch with the Claydol, which is good because I cannot get my Raichu on this. Again, the problem with this, I probably should have built up to a Trailblaze. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in the moment, I just need to get this. At the moment, I'm thinking this is my win condition. But I think in the moment I was thinking that I just need to get this, that I can just like tackle the crap out of this. But it is a Bruxish in the back, and that ain't going to help when you are weak to Dark. So that's a team. Like I said, Raichu, I didn't think it was that great. If you have Victini, obviously, if you want Victini with the nuke, you probably use that over Raichu. If you don't have Victini and you want like a nuke Pokemon, sure, just understand that it has a lot of limitations in this cup, being super glassy and then 4-turn fast move is always very tricky. And then Giraffe, again, I used it on my next team that you're going to see tomorrow. And it did well. I just didn't think that it's like not top 5 material. It's a nice answer. Its main play is to wall, not wall completely, but pretty much wall Slowking. And then Rapidash, again, is a top 5 Pokemon, but is also not on my best team. So I'm going to run with that best team. I'm not going to be creative this week again. I'm still fighting. My throat's killing me. Daughter's still sick. I'm going to just not be creative and just run with this team for the rest of the week, this strong team. And then I'm going to put out like a few of these Psychic Cup teams, and then the last couple days maybe go with a couple of those other videos that I talked about doing this week, to maybe start doing like 2 videos, because I'm only doing like one. I only did one video a day on the weekend. You're only getting one video today on Monday. Maybe on Tuesday maybe on Wednesday. Maybe on Wednesday we'll do 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday with these other videos. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.